This video will demonstrate how to set up the Webscorer app for a multi-distance race with RFID chip timing. Here are the specifics for the type of race we're organizing. The race has two distances, 5K and 10K. The 10K runners will start first, followed by the 5K runners 5 minutes later. The course is a 5K loop, which the 10K runners will do twice. The 5K split times will be recorded for the 10K runners. This is a chip-timed race with both chip start and chip finish. Prior to our race, we posted a start list via file upload to the Webscorer website. Pause the video here and follow the instructions showing how to view the start list on the website and download the start list on the app. Let's see how the setup looks on the Webscorer app. The app is running on our iPad, and from the home panel we select Race with Start List. We then select Download Start List from webscorer.com. Next, we select My Posted Start Lists. On this panel, we're going to select the Webscorer 5K and 10K start lists that we posted earlier. Once the download is complete, the app will display the race setup panel. Note that after this step, no internet connection is required. You only need to be connected if you want to post live results. Our race is a wave start, where each wave corresponds to the distance. Each wave is started manually, giving us flexibility to start each wave when the runners are ready. Next, we navigate to the lap setup panel. The panel-to-panel navigation is done with the buttons in the top right and top left corners. Alternatively, you can swipe left to navigate forward and swipe right to navigate back. You can also tap the panel title to navigate multiple panels back at time. We had previously gone through the app setup and reposted the start list with the app settings to the Webscorer website, hence you will see the app options already selected. On the lap setup panel, we selected to record lap times. Next, we move to the distance setup panel. Here we set the 5K to have 1 lap and the 10K to have 2 laps. Next, we move to the racer setup panel. On the start list, we had specified the following information for each racer: name, bib number, category, age, gender, hometown. This race has a couple of non-binary racers, so they get listed under a separate gender option. Next, we move to the hardware setup panel. If you're doing manual timing, you'd simply leave chip timing equals off. Here you'd select the type of chip reader you have. The list includes all supported reader models for RFID, NFC, and active chip timing. We use an Impinj R220 reader, which supports the industry standard LLRP protocol. Next, we move to the chip timing panel. Most readers will be connected via an Ethernet cable using the TCP/IP protocol. You can connect the reader directly to your Windows or Mac laptop with an Ethernet cable. For such a direct connection, you can specify the IP address of the reader by tapping the reader address field. For iOS and Android devices, you'll need to connect your reader using an Ethernet cable to a router, and you'll then create a Wi-Fi connection from your timing device to that same router. For a router connection, you can tap the Scan for Reader button. The app will step through each local IP address, looking for the known open port number, 5084, in the case of LLRP. Next, you will need to specify whether your chips are programmed to match the bib numbers. If they are, your start list can include just the bib number for each racer. If not, you need to include the chip ID column on your start list. Each racer will then have a separate bib number and chip ID. Most chip IDs are long, typically 24 characters, and can include digits 0 through 9 and characters A through F. The Use Partial Chip ID option allows you to match just the last several characters, which will make it easier to create the start list. Our chips are programmed to match the bib numbers, and the chip ID has leading zeros in front of the decimal bib number. Hence, we can use the bib equals chip ID setting and do not need to turn on the partial chip ID option. Next, you need to set the timeouts for ignoring chip repeat detections at the start and after each lap. This is to avoid someone from getting an immediate finish time after a chip start Or if someone on the 10K completes lap 1 and stops to have a drink right next to the antennas, you want to avoid recording a short lap 2 time. We set the timeouts at 10 minutes. No one will be able to complete the 5 kilometers loop any faster. We have the chip start setting turned on. The manual wave start on the app will be used as the gun start time. Racers whose chip is detected at the start will get their own chip start time. Racers whose chip was not detected within the timeout period will get the gun start time also as their chip start time. Regarding the antenna power setting, in most instances, you will want to set this at 100% to ensure reliable detections. However, if you're testing indoors or programming chips, you will want to set the antenna power to 10% or lower. At 100% power, the reader may pick up chips even in another room as the radio waves bounce off the walls. You can tap the Test Connection toolbar button to verify that the app can communicate with the reader. The app will then attempt to open the known port on the reader at the IP address specified. If all is well, you'll get a Connected pop-up. If the app is unable to connect, you'll get a Connection Timed Out pop-up. This indicates that either the IP address is incorrect or the network configuration prevents the timing device from communicating with the reader. Next, we move to the Results Options panel. We want to show the results as follows: overall by distance, overall by gender, by distance, category results, by distance and by gender. Top 3 for each gender are excluded from the category results. Note that the overall all distances option should only be used if the distances are the same. An example where this option makes sense is if the distances are specified as 5K run and 5K walk. This option does not make sense for our race with a shorter distance 5K and a longer distance 10K. Next, we move to Category Setup panel. This panel lists all the categories from our start list. You can edit the list if you see a typo or need to add another category. Next, we go to the Wave Setup panel. For our race, the wave corresponds to a distance. The app will automatically calculate each racer's time as finish time minus wave start time. Next, we move to the Start List panel. A green check mark is shown next to each racer that has all the required info configured. Tap the Add Racer toolbar button if you need to add a late entry. If someone wants to change their distance at the last minute, tap the racer, tap the distance, select the new distance, return to the Start List panel. Next, we move to the Race Start panel. We will set Live Results equals on. There's just one switch to select. Thereafter, the results posting is fully automatic. The results link is accessible via your organizer page. You can create a QR code out of your organizer page link to post at the race site. In a race with Chip Start, you'll need to tap Activate Reader for Chip Start first. The reason is that it will take the reader a second or so to activate to detect chips for the Chip Start. Next, we select the 10K wave. And once everyone's ready, we tap the Start Wave button. Note that the app will automatically ignore chip detections for racers whose wave have not yet started. A few minutes later, we select the 5K wave and tap Start Wave. After this step, if you get 100% chip detections, timing and results are fully automated. If you notice someone's chip does not read, you can cover that with a manual tap. Be sure to tap a timestamp and then the bib number for the missed racer. This concludes this video, an introduction to some of the common pre-race setup options. You can find other videos on our YouTube channel. Should you have any questions, you can contact us at support@webscorer.com. Thanks for watching.